Good morning, grade 8. Today we are looking at writing a dialogue. Please write today's date, the 11th of May, and your heading, writing a dialogue. Grade 8. Please copy the following two definitions. The first one, dialogue. Definition: a conversation between two or more people as a feature of a book, play, or film. When you open your small purple reader in the back, you will see there's a play called Romeo and Juliet. We will read this play during term 4. Please look at the format. And the second definition, tone of register. The register is defined as the way the speaker uses language differently in different circumstances. The words you choose to use, the tone of your voice, or even your body language will be different depending on the situation. Your task for today is as follows. Imagine you are a scriptwriter for the children's program, The Dark Mountain. Use the writing process to write the first scene of this television series. I will repeat the slide at the end of the lesson. As this is a writing activity, you need to follow the writing process. First, a planning, your mind map, a draft, which is edited, and then only your final. Grade 8, let's recap on the writing process. Planning. Before you start writing, imagine what you think will happen in the scene. Draw rough pictures of your ideas. You can have many ideas. There must be action in your scene, and characters must have something to say. Think about the characteristics, the plot, the setting. All these things are things you need to keep in mind when you do your planning. Choose your best ideas. Write the names of the characters. Write the action that you have planned. Use a mind map to help you to organize all these ideas. Grade 8, you will need to put in more time and effort when completing the planning and the draft. Planning, your mind map, consists of all your ideas that comes to mind. Even if you do not use all of them, you need to put down all your ideas on that piece of paper. It does not consist out of one or two thoughts. It must make up the planning for your whole final presentation. And then the draft. You are going to write your draft. You use the correct format. You write it either with a pencil or with a blue pen. You take a color pen and you edit it. You improve your first draft. You use better synonyms. You look up words. You look up figures of speech and you improve your first draft. There's always room for improvement. The draft is not just a copy of the final. There should be changes, visible changes in color pen. And now we will look at the format. You are going to start off The Dark Mountain. This is the title of the scene. You are writing scene 1. Then you will have a short description of the setting for this specific scene. Where is this taking place? You need to describe it in detail. Use descriptive words. The reader should be able to visualize exactly what you have in mind. Okay, and now we will look at the rest of the format. You will have your characters' names on the left-hand side. You can choose your own characters and your own names. This shows which character is speaking. I've got a witch and I've got a dragon. The names starts with a capital letter. it's a proper noun. And then it has a colon at the end, a double point. Okay, then the next one. I've got in brackets, scared but trying not to show it. Provides direction to the characters. It shows how this character should act when he is saying something. Third one there, a storm in a teacup. Use figurative language to make the play interesting to listen to. And then there I said use a colon to introduce the character's words. There's no quotation marks. And then the next one, rather proudly, tells actors how to speak the words. And then zoom zoom is just a sound effect. These are all things you need to incorporate in your dialogue. Okay, revising, editing, proofreading, and presenting. Please use the following checklist to ensure that you hand in a unique, quality piece of writing. The first one, names on the left with a colon after each name. Each speaker starts on a new line. Use personal pronouns such as I, you, my, we, our, and you. Words in brackets telling the characters how to speak or what to do. Flows like a proper conversation. Interesting and expressive words. Actions, the plot should move forward. There should be action in your dialogue. And then obviously the correct academic language. And now we come to your final. Rewrite your draft, make any improvements, and make sure your language and spelling are correct. Present the final dialogue in class once we are back at school. And I'm sure we will receive some excellent dialogues. And now it's your turn to complete this task.